Hello and welcome to Auto Today, and thanks for tuning into the review of the brand new Hyundai Exter. This is Hyundai's smallest SUV for the Indian market. It has just gone on sale, priced between 6 and 10 lakh rupees ex-showroom. And what it offers is a lot of things, and we're going to talk about all of them. Its exteriors, its interiors, features, space, its performance, and we'll be driving both the AMT and the manual variants of the Exter. That's what we've got for you in this review. But before we move forward, do remember to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you get notified every time new content goes up on Auto Today. So there's enough visuals on your screen right now to form your own opinions of the design of the Exter, but there are certain things that I wanted to highlight because there's just so much uniqueness that Hyundai has brought forth with the design of the Exter, something that we'll probably be seeing in their SUVs, bigger SUVs in the future as well. These H-shaped LED DRS, they look super cool, especially when lit up. And even the treatment for the front end, it's very unique, especially with this badging here. You don't really see a car's name spelled out on the front of the car. You've seen it in Range Rovers, etc. But it actually looks pretty good, doesn't look overdone in any sense. And I also like these fake rivets that they put on this for skid plate. They're not actual rivets, but just help give Exter that slightly rugged look, which goes a long way in helping it look like an SUV and giving it that quintessential SUV presence that people crave so much. Over to the side, there's a healthy dose of body cladding to give it that, again, quintessential SUV look. And these alloys are 15-inch two-tone diamond cut alloy wheels. Personally, I think they're overstyled. I'm not a big fan of them, but again, it's a subjective opinion, so it's up to you to decide if you like them or not. And this is the Ranger khaki color, which is new for Hyundai. And this particular variant is the dual tone variant. That's why you get the black roof and the black ORVMs.
Like the DRLs up front, the tail lamps too get an H-shaped LED signature along with a thick gloss black strip running between them with parametric design elements which can also be seen on the C-pillar. Exter's height, upright stance, flat nose and a ground clearance of 185 mm help reinforce its positioning as an SUV, albeit a very compact one. It has the same length and wheelbase as the Grand i10 Nios, with which it shares its platform. It is taller and wider though, and compared to its chief rival, the Tata Punch, the Exter has a longer wheelbase. The dashboard is nearly identical to what the Grand i10 Nios gets, but with an all-black treatment. Certain exterior color options get matching highlights in the cabin for the aircon vents, seat stitching, steering wheel, blue in case of the cosmic blue shade and green to match the Ranger khaki exterior, for instance. There's a fully digital instrument cluster offered as standard with 3 color themes to choose from. There's an 8-inch touchscreen offered in all trims except the base EX and EXO variants. Top-end trims of the Exter get features like automatic climate control, electrically adjustable and folding ORVMs, automatic headlamps, a sunroof, wireless phone charger, Type-C charging port, all 4 power windows, Blue-Link connected car features, tire pressure monitoring system, dash cam, reverse parking camera with sensors and more.
Space in the rear seat of the Exter is pretty good. This seat is adjusted to my driving position and my height is 5'8" for reference. And as you can see, I've got plenty of knee room, I've got plenty of leg room. There's a lot of space underneath the front seat for me to stretch my legs out. Under thigh support is great as well. There's a lot of headroom. In fact, people even taller than 6 foot will be very comfortable seated here. The seats themselves are comfortable in terms of the cushioning and the recline angle. In terms of features and amenities, you get 2 aircon vents with adjustable fan speed control. You get a 12-volt socket, no USB ports though. There's no central armrest either, but the good thing is that all 3 occupants get 3-point seat belts. So that's a very big positive in terms of safety. And on the whole, just the whole feeling of space being here, especially with the generous DLO and the sunroof, it's very positive. The Exter feels like a very spacious car.
At 391 litres, boot space is quite substantial for a car this size and can be expanded by flipping the rear seat back down. But a lack of split folding seats restricts flexibility. 6 airbags, ABS with EBD, Hill Start Assist, ESC and VSM, 3-point seat belts with seatbelt reminder for all 5 occupants are offered as standard.
Hyundai is offering the Exter with a 1.2 litre 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine. It's the same one we've seen in the Grand i10 Neos, the Aura, the i20 and the Venue. So it's one we're all too familiar with. Power and torque outputs are there on your screen right now, and for this segment, for a car this size, I think those power and torque figures are pretty ample. Of course, you can always have more power and a quicker vehicle, but that's not really the demand from the customer, so why bother, right? There are two transmission options on offer. There's a 5-speed manual and a 5-speed AMT. I'm currently driving the AMT, and as far as AMTs go, it's a pretty sorted unit. It does the job of shifting through gears in city traffic while regular driving pretty well. No complaints on that front. Of course, AMTs aren't the smartest of automatic transmissions around, so they can get caught out if you push the car too much. But in case you do want to do that, you always have the option of taking over manual control via these paddle shifters or through the gear lever itself. Now, the highlights of the Exter for me are the ride quality. My initial impressions driving the car in the city, especially over bad roads, were that it's slightly on the stiffer side. After driving it for over 100 kilometers, I think it's very well balanced. The ride quality on the whole, it's not too soft. It feels confident at higher speeds. It feels confident even at bad roads, over really bad roads. Like we've been, basically we've gone on off-road trails with the car as well. Such was the route planning for this drive, and the Exter felt very comfortable tackling those bits also. In the city, like I said, bumps, bad roads, speed breakers, the Exter deals with them very well, and that's one of the highlights for me. The ride quality of the Exter, I think, is really good. The steering, as you would expect, is light enough at lower speeds, gets enough weight at higher speeds, and it's, I think, perfectly weighted for most users, and no complaints will be made on that front either. The one thing I've noticed with the steering response of the Exter is that it does feel slightly on the lazier side. It reminds me a lot of old school SUVs. Like you turn in and it takes a smidge longer than other cars for the vehicle to turn, but it's not a complaint in any sense. It's just one of the characteristics of the car, and well, Hyundai is billing it as an SUV. It's an entry-level SUV, micro SUV, whatever you want to call it. The steering does sort of give the feel of an old school SUV. And the seating position is something the Exter gets very right. You get a really commanding view of the road up front. Even your view all around is great. You're seated high up, and the users who want that sort of seating position, the sort of feel you get from an SUV at a budget, they'll be very happy with the Exter. Now I'm driving the manual variant of the Exter, and this is definitely way more fun than the AMT for sure. And in case you do plan on buying this one and will be facing heavy city traffic, bumper to bumper traffic, you'll be happy to know that the clutch is light, the shift actions are very smooth, very precise, no complaints on that front. But yeah, the convenience of an AMT, of basically a fully automatic transmission, that still is unbeatable. And as much fun as the manual is, maybe in the daily grind, the AMT would suit most people's needs better.
4-cylinder petrol motor feels refined, performance is more than adequate for most users, with Hyundai claiming a 0 to 100 kmph time of 12.6 seconds, and based on ARAI certified figures, it's fuel efficient as well, returning 19.4 kmpl in case of the manual and 19.2 kmpl in case of the AMT variant. Hyundai is also offering the Exter with a CNG option. Priced from Rs 6 lakhs to Rs 10 lakhs ex-showroom, the Exter once again showcases Hyundai's ability to understand the needs of the buyers perfectly, giving them exactly what they want. The Exter has all the necessary styling traits of an SUV, a high ground clearance, and the sort of driving position that buyers crave. For the price, the features list is very long and the ride quality is great too. With manual and automatic variants as well as a CNG option, it caters to a wide spectrum of buyers. We'll be seeing plenty of these on the road very soon, that's for sure. What do you think of the Hyundai Exter? Feel free to share your opinions in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.